Hi, I'm Kevin Booth. I'm a geospatial software engineer at Radiant Earth Foundation, and today I'm going to be talking about Radiant MLHub. So first off, I'll go over what is Radiant MLHub, then I'll cover how to create an account, and then with that account, how to create an API key, and then lastly, how to download data sets via three different methods. The first is our registry page, second is our Python client, and lastly, through our stack compliant API. So what is Radiant MLHub? Radiant MLHub is an open repository for geospatial machine learning training data. It's completely free. All you have to do is create an account. And we have training data sets for various different applications like land cover classification, crop detection, tropical storm wind speed estimation, building footprint detection, and many more data sets. So first step to create an account, you first navigate to dashboard.mlhub.earth. The link is at the bottom of the slide. And what you'll first see is the screen on the left. You click on the sign up option and then you fill in all your information and then sign up. So when you want to download our data sets, you have three different options for downloading data sets. The first would be through our registry page. You can find that at registry.mlhub.earth. The second would be through our Radiant MLHub Python client. You can find that package on PyPy under the name Radiant-MLHub. And lastly, you can use our stack compliant API and you can find the documentation there at docs.mlhub.earth. So when you go to our dataset registry, you'll see a list of all of our different datasets on the right side, and you can scroll down and go through all of them. You'll see in the little blue squares, there's tags for each of the datasets. So you can search through the datasets by clicking on either one of those tags and finding similar datasets, or you can enter in the search box the type of dataset that you'd like. When you click through on a dataset, you'll see this page here. On the right side, you'll see our datasets that are split up between different types of collections. So for Big EarthNet, there's one collection for the imagery, and then another collection for the labels. Some datasets have multiple different types of imagery, so you'll have a combination of Sentinel-1 and Sentinel-2, which will be split up into their own individual collections. Or there could also be different types of labels. For our Microsoft dataset, there are building footprint labels, land use classification labels, and a couple of other different ones. And you can download or pick and choose which ones you want. So to download any of our data sets, you'll first need to create an API key. An API key can be found on dashboard.mlhub.earth. If you go to that page at the top of the navigation bar, you click on API keys. You'll get to this page. To create a new API key, you click on the new API key button. Here you can fill in a description for the API key, usually just default if you only have one API key. And then you also have the option of having the API key never expire. If you check that, the API key will always be valid. If you uncheck it, it will expire in 30 days. If you like to use our Python client to download some of the data sets, I'd really recommend taking a look at our MLHub tutorials GitHub repository. On here, you can find a bunch of Jupyter notebooks that go through various examples of how to download a couple different data sets and filter off of them, all using the Radiant MLHub Python client. You can also find more documentation on the Python client by going to the link below here. If you want to download our datasets through our API, you can find the documentation at docs.mlhub.earth. It's a fully stack compliant API, so you can actually download only a subset of certain datasets. We also have a Medium article that I wrote that goes over the fundamentals of our API, how it's structured, and how to download data, and gives you a couple of different code examples. And lastly, here are some of the resources that I talked about and links to each of them. And at the bottom here, there's also a link to the slides, so if you'd like to click on any of those links, you can download it there. Thank you.